Let's pivot for a second. I want to get some outside comments before we continue over to the show. And of course, we got our favorite crybaby, Van Jones. And I have not seen this video, but he was on CNN along with Scott Jennings. And I want to get their take and their insight on what they feel about what Jasmine Crockett said and if they actually think that that helped her or hurt her. Let's check it out, y'all.
First of all, have you met MAGA? Have you been to a MAGA rally where Trump is mocking a disabled journalist or a POW or saying we should punch him out?
Like the way that she said W.
It is rich. And let me tell you, I have been very, very out there on criticizing Trump for that disgusting, disgusting rhetoric that has coarsened the language around politics. It's gross. He's why we got here. And what she did was disgusting. And I am not going to accept her spin of this. It's disgusting and gross to mock someone who is disabled just because you don't like them. And if Democrats, this is your idea, this is what your party's going to do now, is do Trump but gross but worse and then pretend it's not. I'm not here for this, and please do better. Please, this cannot be the answer for the future of the Democratic Party.
Wow, I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting it. I'm used to people, trying to pretend like or, not being consistent with where it is that they stand on this whole political spectrum. I wasn't expecting that. I can't lie. I wasn't expecting for that to be the case right now. But here we go. All right, let's get it.
I mean, I think actions speak louder than words. And in this instance, think.
Of course, we're going to have Ashley out here. The same one that was running in the Victim Olympics. The same ones that was complaining and whining and for Trump, his actions don't matter, okay? I want to make sure that we all on the same page here. For Trump, his actions, the things that he did, how he's continuing to transform and save lives and get illegal migrants out of here and all of that stuff, Trump's actions don't matter. Jasmine Crockett, this is the same person that is overly critical on every single thing that Trump says and does and is running in the Victim Olympics herself. For her, you know what? Action speaks louder than words. It doesn't really matter what Jasmine Crockett says. One thing we know about black women, one thing that we know about black women is that they are the sisterhood. The sisterhood, listen, the sisterhood is the strongest. It's stronger than any union. It's stronger than any union. It's stronger than any mob boss. It's stronger than any drug dealer. It's stronger than a cartel itself. The sisterhood is stronger than Gorilla Glue, bro. Have y'all ever had crazy glue? Y'all ever got crazy glue in your hands and it was difficult to get off? Sisterhood is stronger than that. The sisterhood is stronger than the Avengers. You can't break them up. The Avengers had to be broke up and come back together in order to try to bring back humanity, at least half of humanity, when Thanos snapped. Stronger than T'Challa. Stronger than the Hulk. That bond that you guys have and bad thoughts and the things that you say is unmatched. I have never seen anything stronger than all 5 Infinity Stones, all put together. The Time Stone. The Reality Stone. The sisterhood is something that needs, I'm telling you, bro, it needs to be studied. It needs to be studied. I've never seen such a strong group of sisterhoodians in my life. I'm going to get to this video. I just got to tell y'all a quick story from last night. So last night, before I jumped on the live stream with, everybody that was on the live stream last night, before I jumped on there with Molly and Carrie and all of that stuff, I go down into my lobby because obviously I'm downtown. And I go down into my lobby to, get a water or whatever. And, because we got a 24-hour market inside of my building and everything like that. And I'm walking down there and it's 2 women that's sitting in the chairs in a little lounge area before you get over there. And the one girl says, "Wait a minute, are you you look like somebody famous. You look like you've been on the news. Where have I seen you at or whatever, so on and so forth. She said, I just moved into the building over the weekend. Well, who are you? And then the other girl that was sitting next to her, I guess they had just met each other because they didn't know each other. They wasn't familiar with each other, but they had just started having a conversation and they had been sitting in the lounge for a little bit. And then it was the concierge, the guy at the concierge, she started laughing. The other girl that was sitting next to her says, I know who you are. I know who you are. I seen you. You be driving that big old white Cybertruck or whatever like that. And so I play around with him a little bit. I said, it's crazy, whatever. I said, I'm not about to be messing with y'all. Who? And then the other girl kept being insistent. Who are you? Who are you? And I says, man, y'all, I ain't nobody. I just play it off. I ain't nobody. So the concierge is laughing. Said, I'm about to get out of here. I'm about to go over there. And so the girl, she gets up to come and follow me because she really wanted to have a conversation and she wanted to know who I was because the concierge kept laughing. I'm going to come in here while you going into the market because I want to know. Her homegirl says, girl, get back over here and sit down. You know what she did? Got back over there and sat down. And then I could hear her over there, girl, don't be chasing on, man. The sisterhood is strong. Now, here's the caveat about this, and this is the honest to God truth on everything, on my father's grave. I go into the market, I get my water, I get 2 waters, I come back out, and so I'm talking or whatever, and I'm talking to the girl that said, girl, get back over here or whatever, blah, blah, blah. And so I'm like, all right, y'all, such, nice to meet you, because I told him what my name is. I said, I'm Anton Daniels, nice to meet you or whatever. I go to give the other girl a dap, the one that was about to follow me. She turned around, put her head down, turned away from me. I looked at the concierge. I said, what just happened here? I said, just a minute ago you was rocking. And I called her out on that. I said, and I'm laughing about it though. I said, just a minute ago you was rocking with me. Now you don't want me. I said, oh, because she told you not to. I said, she the one that just shook my hand and said, nice to meet me. I ain't trying to. I said, you know what? I ain't got time for y'all. I don't have time for the sisterhood. I don't have time for the sisterhood. It took a mental note inside of my brain. Make sure that I'm not going to be around this type of woman. I need to take a mental note. When I see her, I don't know her. I don't know her. The sisterhood, y'all listen to each other against y'all own best interests. Got a chokehold. Then my concierge came back up there. He came up to my spot. He said, hey, yeah, she said, I said, who said? The one that was trying to, that didn't say nothing to you. I said, what'd she say? She said she got a bakery shop out there in the suburbs because once she found out who you was, she said she got a bakery shop that she wants you to help her get together or to help promote and figure out how to market it. I said, man, if you don't get on out of my face with that, I ain't never going to help that girl. All of a sudden, you got a bakery shop because you looked me up to figure out whether or not I got a decent enough platform. All of a sudden, yeah, she got a bakery shop that she trying to figure out how to get off the ground out there. On everything. I said, man, if you don't get on out of here, I'm not dealing with that. I ain't got time for that. The sisterhood is toxic. I'm sorry. Millionaire Derailment Show. This is what we do. Let me go ahead and get back to Ashley running in the Victim Olympics with regard to Jasmine Crockett.
We have a president who, when the plane crash happened in Washington, D.C., he blamed it on people with disabilities. When RFK says that autism is a threat to the American way of life, which is a disability, apparently the White House has ended ASL, American Sign Language interpreters, in briefings, which is making it inaccessible.
How many of us actually need people that are signing? Is this costing us too much money? We need to cut costs. That means that my show is inaccessible. How many? So now y'all tripping because we getting ready. Y'all just nitpicking, fam. Y'all are nitpicking. So now y'all mad because they got rid of the sign language. How many people is actually watching y'all? Don't worry about it. Let me stop.
Questioning and gutting Social Security, which a lot of disabled people rely on, Medicare, people rely on. And in his first campaign, mocking disability. Two wrongs don't make a right, but actions speak louder than words. And the policies of the Republican, including undermining special education, ID, the Individuals with Disability and Education Act, making sure that schools are not going to be accessible. Those are the actions of this administration. Those are the actions of the Republican Party. I would rather folks be demonizing those things than.
But to be clear, you don't agree with what she said, right?
Well, her explanation was that she wasn't referring to that policy. If she
So you buy that?
But here's the thing. If you make fun of somebody because of their disability, I do not agree with that. As a person with a disability, as a person who has family members with a disability, as a person who has taught children with a disability, that is not acceptable. She said that's not what she was doing, and so I know Jasmine, and I believe Jasmine if that's what she was saying.
The sisterhood is strong. It's stronger than any bond. It's stronger than the bond that you have with your children. A woman will abandon her own children because of the sisterhood. I believe her. No, you don't. No, you don't. All you got to do is say, you know what? I'm loyal. I decline to speak about this because I don't want to look stupid. Come on, fam.
Well, I don't know her yet. And so here's how I see it. She's new. Mm-hmm. She's young and she's trying to find her way. I think that this party is scrambling, trying to seem tough. And I'm seeing this party traffic in a lot of curse words. That's supposed to be like the new cool thing to do. Mm-hmm. I don't think that's going to be as useful. I've even heard Pete Buttigieg with a whole bunch of curse words. I don't know who gave that memo. I don't think that's very useful. I think you have to be very careful when you're talking about people with disabilities. And I don't think she was careful. And I don't know her enough to say she's not being honest. But I'm going to tell you, it sounded bad. And I just want to finish. I think this party is trying to find a way to look tough and to show fight, but this is not the way.
Facts.
I don't think the cursing is going to work.
Yep.
I think I've been on stage.
Wow,
and I've
I
gotten,
agree with
a
Van
little bit
Jones.
hyped sometimes too. I hope that she will take this as lesson. You talked about learning lessons, that type of stuff. It doesn't sound to me like she's actually taking full responsibility. If that's true, I don't like it, and she can't do that again.
Van Jones, let me tell you something, as right as you are, because even though I may not be offended by it, she is getting more popular than ever, and the only thing that matters is that dopamine hit and that you think that you're actually benefiting yourself. And trust me, she may be tanking the party, but individually, she thinks that she's winning, and that's the thing that she's going to continue to lean into. I'm telling you, as right as Van Jones is, and I almost never agree with the crier of Biden. Never agree with the crier of Biden. As much as Van Jones is absolutely accurate with regard to that, I'm telling you right now that it's in the Democrat Party is individual over the party right now. Nobody really cares about the Democratic Party. It's every man for themselves. It's save yourself a seat. Is make sure that you got enough votes. Is make sure you can raise enough money and make sure you can get your Instagram popping. Real talk. The reason why we can't get distracted as a party, as a conservative Republican Party, is because they are all eating themselves. They don't care. They throwing each other under the bus. They not cursing. They are social media influencers now. These people are content creators. They are not legislators. They are not trying to focus on policy, on budget. That's their second job. Their first job is to get their Instagram, their TikTok, and their Twitter popping, bro. That whole party is in shambles. And the only thing I keep telling Republicans to do is let them eat each other. When you see people killing each other inside of the neighborhood, the way that you gentrify it is you lower the value so you can get it at a cost, and then you let each other eat each other. Don't distract them by continuing to try to stop them. Don't try to save the neighborhood. What you doing? Boy, this is a classic conquer from within tactic and strategy that the Republicans are executing on beautifully. They are eating each other. They don't like each other. They gnawing at the teeth. They supporting all of the wrong policies. They moving even further left than ever before. Why would you stop them? Why are we complaining about what they doing? Let them do what they do. Let them dye their hair to hot pink. Let them claw each other's eyes out and let them curse themselves into becoming even more prevalent content creators. We're going to make all of the money off of them. They're going to say something absolutely crazy again. We're going to do a whole nother live stream. The Republicans benefit, we benefit, and then they benefit as individuals, but the party is absolutely going to be in shambles.
It's too important to us to do that again.
What I fear is that
How do you see it?
no lesson could ever be learned as long as you're doing these things in front of audiences who roar when you do it. When you have comedians who are broad messengers for the left making
Scott,
unfair jokes and people are roaring. When you
Scott,
have politicians being vulgar and saying it in their roaring. What's the lesson?
We're trying.
What's the audience? It says a lot about the audience.
But no, what we're trying to deal with is that Trump has done this and he's been successful.
Yeah.
So when you have somebody who does this stuff and they're successful, you start thinking, well, is that the right way? I would like for us to say it's not. But I think it's hard for us to hear Republicans scolding us on it when your guy does it all the time. We are trying to find a way forward. Jasmine is too important to make these kinds of mistakes. I think.
Imagine being of a party where one of the most important people in your party is Jasmine Crockett. That should tell you where the state is of the Democratic Party. Make sure y'all hit a like for the algorithm. Subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications.